You had Garrett Wilson, and we immediately started our conversation of OBJ or Garrett Wilson, better catch. Both at the Meadowlands, both one-handed. I think the trickier part for me was Garrett Wilson's was tougher because he had to get both feet down or get a shin down, a foot down, and still be able to hold on to the football while you had somebody draped on him. OBJ just had the wherewithal to turn around, and those gloves really help you. I mean, they already have big hands. You put the gloves on it, and they stick them on there. You're gonna get helped a little bit there. But OBJ, that was sort of the contortion that was impressive with that. But I thought Garrett Wilson, that was more impressive because trying to get his feet down or shin down and still, maintain, complete the process there. OBJ's, though, was that a Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys? So therefore, it became a whole lot bigger. This was Thursday night on Amazon, and you're facing the Texans. And you could even make the argument, was it a catch? I mean, I'm glad that everything that he went through, like you can have one shin down, but you can't have two right feet down.
Correct. By rule.
Yeah. If somebody came from outer space and came down and go, wait a minute, so what's a catch? Oh, boy. Sit down. It's going to take a while.
If they asked you to explain the game of football, just one play, explain to me what's happening on this one play of football.
Yeah.
You could never do it.
Probably not. But the one shin will make up for two right feet.
Correct. So the shin is in,
Oh my God.
shin to win.
So stupid.
But then once the shin is in, the announcer said yesterday, the analyst, the knee going out of bounds a split second later.
No. Your shin can't go down before your knee can it?
Yes, it did. Last night they said the shin was flat against the playing surface.
Oh, my God.
And then when the knee hit out of bounds, it didn't matter because once the shin is in, the play is over.
Shin hit the fan.
But here's the funny thing.
Thank you, Todd.
If he got the shin in and the knee goes out of bounds, you stop it there and nothing else happens. But if he rolled over and the ball flew out 5 yards out of bounds, that would contribute to it not being a catch.
Does anybody think OBJ's catch was better? All right, Seton does, Marvin. Okay.
In like every possible metric.
Correct.
Because?
One, just it's so far behind his head, his body is almost parallel to the ground when he catches it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a generational catch. It's arguably the greatest catch of all time. Somebody said he jumped in the air a rookie and landed a superstar. It was like it was a massive, and it was on the sideline too. It was tough to stay in. It was not like he was in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
right at the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
It's iconic.
Well, it happened a standalone game against the Cowboys. That's why it became larger than life.
Yeah,
unbelievable catch.
So is last night's standalone game not the same because it was on Amazon?
Yes.
Even though it was a standalone game, it was on a streaming service.
Yeah. Yeah, Monday Night Football is a whole lot bigger than Thursday Night Football. And going against the Cowboys, no matter what you do, is always bigger than doing it against anybody else. So those things played into that. I mean, it's an unbelievable catch. It's almost one of those, as I said, the contortion portion of that. That's what makes it so crazy to even think you can make that catch. Garrett Wilson's was just in traffic, got it, grabbed it, touched down, knee, foot, all of that.
Yeah, pushed off, then created the space.
Could have. That's part of football. Yeah, Paulie.
I agree. Odell's felt a little more not possible when you watch the replay. Like, that doesn't seem physically possible. Also, this was, almost 8-9 years ago when he did it? One-handed catches were not a thing yet. Guys didn't practice them. Mm-hmm. Garrett Wilson's probably spent the past 5 years goofing around with one-handed catches with those gloves because of Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
He invented the concept of practicing it. You saw him during warm-ups. He would practice it.
OBJ never got better than that. Like, that was like, boom, here you go, your rookie season. Now, he did have really good numbers those first 3 years, but he disappeared, with injuries. We had Baltimore, was en route to maybe being the MVP of the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Now he's with Miami. I don't even know if he's had any kind of impact. Haven't heard anything from OBJ. But that was the meteoric rise of, wow, He had that wow factor, and it was in New York. Then all of a sudden they went to South Beach. Then it seemed to start to go downhill from there. He had the stop in Cleveland. He's had kind of a circuitous route here in his career. But those first 3 years, you could probably match those with just about anybody. Pretty impressive there. Is there David Tyree's catch is the greatest catch of all time?
Because of the catch or the importance or the combo?
Both.
Yep.
He caught it with his helmet, with Rodney Harrison, a Hall of Famer, draped all over him in the Super Bowl. I don't know if you could have a better catch than that, unless we're going to say Franco Harris with the ricochet to have the wherewithal to keep running on the play that he wasn't involved in to then get it and create the immaculate reception. Yes, Eden.
Right. I think this is where we're going to start getting to most impactful catch versus greatest catch versus most important catch, almost like we do with like quarterbacks saying like, well, Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback of all time, but Michael Vick is the greatest. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback, but Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback. You kind of split them all into things. That
he caught it with his helmet.
Yeah, it's like it's as much luck as it is anything else.
I'm going to guess OBJ's was luck too. There's luck involved in it. He still caught it with his helmet.
He did.
With Rodney Harrison all over him. Rodney's pulling on him when he gets it and puts it against his helmet.
It's also the last catch of his career.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He never
caught another pass.
He got injured in that game. He came back next year. He was on IR and never made another NFL catch.
Okay, so the poll question is greatest catch of all time.
Is there another one you'd factor in there?
We're doing OBJ. We're doing apparently Garrett Wilson.
Wow. Okay.
Right? If that's
Yes, Todd.
Couldn't you argue the helmet helped him secure the ball? That actually was almost a crutch in a way. Like if he didn't have the helmet on, he probably wouldn't have been able to make the catch. The helmet actually helped him.
So the helmet gets the credit.
Yeah, that I think as amazing as the catch was, the helmet helped him. He was able to press the ball and use his helmet to kind of get control of the ball. So it's a good thing he had the helmet.
Well, run down the list of guys who have caught balls with their helmets, Todd.
There's not a lot of those.
Yeah. No, I'll wait. How many other guys have caught
I'm just saying,
a ball?
if you can use your equipment, that was very smart of him to use your equipment to help you make the catch.
Yes, Paul.
I will throw out Julian Edelman's catch in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl versus Atlanta.
Yeah.
A lot of its importance because they were down 8 at the time. I just watched it again. The ball gets tipped. He gets hit. And then there's 3 guys. The ball hits the ankle of a Falcons player.
Yeah.
Julian scoops his arms underneath another leg, grabs it, and it bounces again, and he scoops it up an inch from the ground. It didn't look realistic. And the more you watch it, the better it gets if you haven't seen it.
Well, Edelman has had 2 catches in the Super Bowl that, not the greatest catches, but that hit he took against Cam Chancellor against Seattle, I think that Edelman got knocked out on his feet. I truly do. And he still somehow stumbled for like 6 or 8 more yards. That hit, you could hear it in the stadium. And the ricochet with the Falcons, that was amazing as well. Yes, Todd, you look poised to add something?
No, I think I'm going to go with the Wilson catch from last night. To be able to get the shin down, and Paul had mentioned too, how does your body contort in such a way that your shin can go down before your knee? I think Seton mentioned it earlier. With your leg shaped in such a way that your shin can actually get down before your knee gets down. That was amazing last night.
All right.
And he didn't have to use his helmet to secure it.
No, he did not.